Farcaster. Like that timing definitely just snuck up on me. And I'm trying to load I'm lonely and I'm getting a little error message. So hopefully that's working okay. GM, it is Wednesday, November 22nd, and you're here with Adrian and the Nounish Prof, and we are bringing you 21 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And we have to start with a thank you. If you'll see our backgrounds, it is a little thank you to our friends at Purple. We're very excited to have won one of the 5 spots for the most recent Purple Prop House. And just a little congrats to the winners of Purple's retroactive funding round 4. This is from C. Corella, Farcaster Kit with Dill Stack, Survey Caster from Ponder, Nanar Next from Alex Grover, GM Farcaster from us, and Teleport from Hard Dick. I'm just going to say it. And we had a couple shout outs to you all. Thank you again. Purple, we really appreciate your support. Adrian said massive to all the Purple who voted for GM Farcast to receive a grant. Love and support means a ton, and the love and support from our supporters, our audience. We really appreciate you. Anything you want to add there?
Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. And it really does mean a lot. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving week, so gratitude's on the mind. But we started this
Definitely.
about 2 months ago, kind of towards the end of September.
End of September.
Complete
Yeah.
weird experiment. And we've been having a lot of fun. And if we didn't have the supporters cheering us on, not sure we'd have made it this far.
Definitely. So we really appreciate you all. And I'm hoping that we're live right now because I can't seem to check. So, and if we're not, you'll be just watching this back in the recording. So there we go. But I do want to tell everybody that we are live now. So hopefully,
We've got
some we got
confirmation from the live
confirmation.
audience.
Okay, good.
They can hear us.
'Cause
Thanks.
I'm just
Thanks,
not
everyone.
able to fetch channels at the moment, so I can't see if anybody's there. Fantastic. So thank you again, Purple. We really appreciate you. Purple also has a new round with Gitcoin grants. Purple and Metacartel invite you to submit media, art, and content that you or your team have already published around the topic how we connect. Retro funding for media. So Gitcoin grants builder, it's a new way to launch a grant program through Gitcoin. So if you are doing something related to that, please take a look at that. That deadline is coming up. Okay, moving on to the big news. And you thought we were going to talk about OpenAI or CZ? No, we're going to talk about minting with warps because that's the real that's the real alpha. We had a lot of big things happen yesterday, and this is a summary from Varun. Big three today: new NFT drop, invites 2.0, buy warps, and actually there was another thing the channel mentions, the channel tag that we're going to go to. And first, I want to just mention the mint was so fun. This base Pac-Man kind of vibe. It was super cute. And it was also Jesse Pollock's birthday. So happy birthday, Jesse. I thought this was a great way to celebrate your birthday. Are you giving us gifts like warps so that we could mint this? A lot of fun. Did you end up minting yesterday,
I did
Adrian?
not mint yesterday. First NFT I could mint with warps. I decided not to.
Why?
I'm
What
fickle.
are you thinking? What's your warp thinking?
I'm fickle, and it didn't speak to me. And the Pac-Man goes around and it doesn't actually eat away the
No, I
pellets.
did.
Someone had
I
posted that, and once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. Um,
That's funny.
I don't know.
That that's the reason is funny.
don't get me wrong,
The
I'm
Pac-Man didn't work.
obsessed with the warps.
Obsessed.
Um, I think the minting experience is phenomenal. I love Oh, did we talk about that you can buy warps now?
We haven't even gotten to that. I grabbed it in the summary, but we haven't even talked about buying of warps. So you can buy warps now. New on Warpcast, buy warps with crypto on Base, Ethereum, and Polygon, which I thought was interesting. Available on web via settings, warps by warps. So that's why I haven't bought them yet, but I'm going to right after the show because I just want to experience like what that process is and like how many do you get for what amount and all of that. I just haven't had a chance yet. So I am going to do that. But the biggest thing is like I want to be able to give warps away. Like I want to be able to like reward our audience with warps or things like that, and we can't do that quite yet. But that's what I'm waiting for. I think that would be cool.
It is, yeah. I mean, the whole warps, it is the closest to this vision of being online and transacting seamlessly, um,
Seamlessly,
that
yeah.
I've seen in ever.
Especially
So
seamlessly. Like I've been so impressed with like the minting experience is so smooth. Like I've been shocked how easy it is.
I'm gonna call it right here. We will absolutely be able to gift and
I think so
transfer
too.
warps.
I think so too. I think it's just a matter of time. So I'm hoping that we're able to do that and share some warps with you all because there's gonna be a lot of warps out there. Okay, now it's working. Now I see us. Now I see we're live. So there's gonna be a lot of warps out there, and we want to share them around. Like some people are getting dropped like 80,000. They don't have anything to do with them, so it's like, what do you do? I'm spending them as fast as they come. Like I minted a bunch of things yesterday. Like I minted 3 of them because I realized after the fact that it was going into, I think, our safe. I have to double check because I had added that as one of my accounts. So I think I think I might have a Pac-Man for you, even if
So
you
I didn't
didn't
even
want
need to
it.
mint. So what you're saying is you minted, but it's attached to we have a GM
So
Farcaster
yes, we have a GM Farcaster
wallet.
safe. We have a wallet. And I had connected that as a second account to my Farcaster account. And I didn't realize when I minted it, it will show you which account you are minting to if you have more than one. And I just didn't notice. And I was like, where is it? Why didn't it show up in my wallet? So I was about to like share, like, oh, I found a bug, and it wasn't a bug, it's a user error. Which is what I was trying to like determine before I reported it. And it was just me, I had the wrong thing set. So you can set which account you're sending it to, which wallet. So that's pretty cool if you have multiple accounts attached to your Farcaster account. Found that
Amazing.
out by accident. Amazing.
And
And
the
now you don't even have to mint because I
and the universe, yeah, the universe aligns.
and the universal lines. Now that I can see the chat, hello chat, and I was going to do a little giveaway today because I have an extra Senior Spire. So I'm going to look through the chat. So if you are in the chat, just make sure you comment because afterwards I am going to do a little giveaway. So, and I'll pick somebody from the chat to give that away to. Um, okay, moving on. We have like so many. We haven't even scratched the surface here. So next up, we also I loved that. So for this buying of warps, we're using Coinbase Commerce, which is fairly new. So Dan had said more devs should consider using Coinbase Commerce to sell software stuff. Allows multi-chain checkout and simplifies your accounting. Reminds me of how a lot of fast-moving companies just use lightly branded Stripe checkout pages for card payments, including Twitter. So I thought that was really interesting. So, kind of an experiment in this whole other, um, I didn't know about Coinbase Commerce. I'm not exactly sure what it's all about, but I want to go check that out as well because that might be something very useful. Um, okay. And then there was announcement for warps that went out. Warps rewards going out today. This was 2 days ago. 10K divided between hub runners, and that's weekly. 10K divided between the top 200 casters. That will be weekly as well. 1K to each of the channel leads, which is a one-time warps reward, and 100 to everyone who has transacted on base. So I got that. And then I got like some random ones. So I think it's probably one thing I couldn't tell, and maybe you have this answer, is where is the 200 determined from? Like, is it just the regular list, or is there something special, or is it, I don't even know.
Yeah, what is top? And there's probably different algorithms people are using because there's people have different people have created different stats pages. So is the Warpcast team using a different algorithm? Because I've seen that there's the Farcaster user stats, there's
Right.
Farcaster.network, there's a few different top lists. I know Ghostly has for in the
Right.
Outcasters will
Outcaster.
show top. So um,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
not 100% sure, but as
I'm not
long as I
sure.
stay in that top 200,
I think I'm in
I'm
there. I
happy.
mean, I must be, but I'm not sure. So
So
that was
one thing
so you got 1,000 for being a channel lead. So that's
I got a
exciting.
channel. I got it, and one thing I didn't notice until yesterday is okay. So the way you click on settings to find out your warps, you click on settings. And then you can click on warps and it'll show you a little kind of transaction list. If you click on the little transaction, it'll open up and there'll be a comment that says why you got the warps.
Ooh, that's
So
good to
it'll
know.
say,
Oh, I did
so
not
there were
know
some for
that.
inviting, like if you've invited people. So I got 10 warps and it says the note when you actually click through will say, here's a small thank you from Warpcast for inviting people to Farcaster.
Oh, all right. That's awesome. I had I had never clicked on it. So now I see that. That is super helpful. So if you're not sure why you got warps, click on the entry in that ledger that shows you warps in and out, and it will tell you exactly what it's for. Like I can see a thank you from Warpcast for being an early base user, things like that. So that's pretty cool. All
So
right.
there's
I was
also
wondering.
in the settings, yeah, there's also now an invite dashboard. So if you go to your invites, if you click on settings,
Yes.
invite, it'll tell you who you've invited, whether they're active. Um, in the chat, we've got links telling us he's invited 0 people. Not going to make it. I want to tell you, talking directly to you, don't feel bad because I've invited people and like almost no one's active. I feel I'm like I have one active out of all the people I've invited.
Oh,
So
really? Oh, wow. That's
I
funny.
I think it'd be better if I hadn't even tried.
So that was yep, that was a new. So we have another new feature, and it is we're getting additional invites. So and we now have an invite sort of score as well. I'm ranked number 40 for invites.
Whoa.
I have no,
I'm in
and it's I
Farcaster
haven't
invite
invited that
royalty.
many, but I think I have a few that are just really active. So I have like one, two, three, four, five, like a handful that are really active, so that's giving me warps.
Someone come give Professor 100,000 warps for that.
No,
That's
not
incredible.
necessary. What would I even do with them? I just keep minting more Pac-Mans to random wallets that I'm not sure where they're going. But this is pretty cool. So I have a score of 66. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what the score means. I know I'm ranked 40, and that's all I know. These are the things I
It
know.
means you're winning.
It means I'm winning. I'm winning warps, and that's all that matters, right? What's really interesting is seeing the people get really excited about getting warps, and people also getting FOMO when they don't get warps. And it's really interesting because even this early, when there's very little that you can do with warps, like hardly anything. There's still this like FOMO for it, right? We want it. We still want to. We want these intangible things, and I think that's just such a human nature thing. But it really bodes well for crypto, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I love what you said in the beginning of the show when you talked about how you want to buy warps.
Yeah,
And the reason you want to buy them is because you want to participate, like just play and try it. See, what is that flow? What's it like to buy something? And that I just see that spirit everywhere, all over Farcaster.
all
It's just
over
full of
Farcaster.
people who,
Yeah,
it's not about these calculated decisions about how much are these warps going to be worth, but it's
yeah,
just
not at all.
how do you learn and how do you just participate? And I love it.
And I think it starts to add to this network state sort of thought process, right? When you have your own currency that's for your own network state, right? It's the thing that you can only get here, you can only use here. Makes it, I don't know, that takes it to the next level, it feels like a little bit. And to your point about trying things, um, Kagusha, I hope I'm saying that right. 33bits.xyz is live, post anon on Farcaster. So you were talking about, we have a lot of folks who are early adopters and willing to experiment. And this was it's brand new. ZK, prove your FID is less than 10,001 and cast on 33 bits feed without disclosing your account. Fast Foyer and I built it with the intention to provoke open dialogues and explore how the FC community will use or abuse their privacy, which I thought was really interesting. And then she goes on in the first version, sign in with Warpcast and your FID remains private. ZK prove your eligibility and cast on the bot's feed and verify that any cast from 33 bits was posted by an eligible author. The code is open source and we're currently working on proper docs. So you gave this a try, yes?
Yeah, and if you're
Breaking your
not following
anonymity.
if you're not following 33 bits, my new favorite follow. So you'll follow 33 bits
Ooh,
now,
okay.
and it will be a feed of anonymous casts from someone who has an FID of less than 10,000. Do we and yes, and I've been reading about zero knowledge proofs, ZK proofs, and I saw it pop up, and I said, "Oh, this what better way to try?" So I used my
Yeah.
warps. I signed on with a new app,
How many
used some
warps
warp,
was it?
70 warps.
Okay.
But I think it's variable, right? Because it's based on gas fees.
Oh, okay.
So I think it does change. It can change. Um, all right. Are we assuming our audience knows what a zero knowledge proof is?
I am going to assume that our audience knows what a zero knowledge proof is, but if you'd like to explain, you may go
All right,
ahead.
I
I
will
mean,
because I'm a,
let me rephrase. I assume that those in the chat and
I
people who normally watch us, but for the random person who came across this in their Spotify feed, they may not know what a zero knowledge proof is. So go to it, Adrian.
all right. So you're hold keep
This
me
is for
honest
our
here, but is
family
zero knowledge.
members at Thanksgiving. Our family members at Thanksgiving may not know what zero knowledge proofs are.
So it's using cryptography to prove something without actually bringing this something with you. So, for instance, in this scenario, I'm going to sign a transaction with 33 bits. They look and can independently verify that I have an FID of less than 10,000. Through cryptography now and code, and it's not just, hey, trust me, it's been signed. Anything that comes out of 33 bits you can trust is verifiably proven that it is someone with an FID of less than 10,000, but they are not actually holding that information. So in the world, I mean, there's a million use cases that you could do this, but it really helps with anonymity um, and what
So
else?
such a I mean,
How'd I do?
well, and automatically proving, right? Proving humanity without having to show yourself, so to speak. So, um, and it's also, I mean, and that's part of it too, is trying to find ways to prevent bots from, Sybil attacks and things like that too, but also allow for anonymity. I have such a weird, um, so we've had a lot of discussions in nouns about private voting and anonymous voting and things like that. And we also have had times when people have created things similar to this where it was you had to be a nouner and then you could leave an anonymous comment. So the only thing it would verify through the ZK proof was that you hold this token. Um, and I have such I push back on anonymous posting because I feel like that has what really in the web 2 world has caused so much damage in my opinion is that keyboard warrior that you don't know who I am so I can say anything I want, all of that. So to me, like, I prefer the transparency and openness of blockchain for that reason of like I sign this, it's me, I stand behind it. But that said, I understand that there are dangers in the world of, you know, being who you are, and anonymity can be really helpful. So I go back and forth on this, but that's just my
I
2 cents on that.
Yeah, and we've got 1 more minute in GM
And we got one
Farcaster,
more
so I
minute.
think the ZK yeah, I mean, I think the merits of anonymity could be debated
Oh yeah,
elsewhere,
for sure.
but I think about whistleblower type
Yeah,
use cases,
definitely. And I think that's why I think there's a lot of use cases for it. It's just one of those things that I always have concerns about. Okay, so we only have 1 minute. We didn't get to this the other day, so I wanted to share this. Greg, family event this weekend. Crypto inevitably came up in a few combos. Less negativity than last year, and less investment focused than 2 years ago. More real curiosity. A good sign. And then Ben had asked any generational differences. Greg said, "Old person, crypto is interesting, but the environmental impact bothers me, so I've stayed away." And then he went on to explain proof of work and proof of stake. And then a recent college grad was asking what it means to work in crypto beyond trading. And then he was able to explain contracts and sort of more along the lines of blockchain. And to me, this was like the first indicator of like, conversations to come, like with your family. So I'm just doing a very small Thanksgiving, so I won't be seeing the larger extended family. So my family conversation around crypto will go like this. My mother will say, "How is that Bitcoin thing going?" And I go, "Fine, thanks for asking." And then we leave it at that because it's just easier. So, are you expecting any conversations about what you've been up to, Adrian? And how's that going to go?
Eh, it's gonna be hard not to bring up. If I was betting, I'd say the topic comes up, and people are curious.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Um, so it'll be interesting to see, and I am gonna see some family in a couple weeks, so that'll be a little different conversation. But yeah, I expect that everyone's gonna be having some interesting conversations with family around OpenAI as well as crypto, and we look forward to seeing your casts about it. And we'll be back on Monday because we're at the end of our hour. Oh my, end of our hour, the end of our 21 minutes. Adrian, anything I've missed that we should talk about? Oh, I don't know if we talked about channel tagging. I think I blew past it. We now can tag channels, and I cannot find that. Here it is.
You
I
teased
don't,
it. You teased
did
it
I
out in the
tease it and not
beginning.
say it? Okay, I think I
Um,
teased it and didn't say it. But we have
People who
new
listen to the
channel
podcast won't.
mentions.
Yeah, people who listen to the podcast won't hear it, but the folks in the chat have been talking about how that works. So maybe we bring that
Amazing.
up. Maybe we bring it back up next week.
We'll bring it back up next week. And it's a way to tag the channel, so that's a new feature. And that's it. We're out of time. Happy Thanksgiving to our chatters, and we'll be doing a little giveaway to one of you who are in our chat right after this. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, Adrian.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All righty. Bye, everyone.